Hey, let's get started. Welcome, welcome to episode 8 of Learn Web3 with Colony. Today we will create some pages. More specifically, I think we are going to create a lot of forms. So today is mostly going to be about React forms, then a bunch of HTML, CSS. We are going to make our lives a little bit easier with Pico CSS and learn about um, React Hook Form, I think it's called. Yes, React Hook Form. So it's going to be interesting. But before we dive in, just some housekeeping. So we are at lesson 8. We are way behind our schedule, as we can see here. I was going to use Colony SDK already, but this is not going to happen for the next 2 sessions, probably not. So, anyways, it's lesson 8. I just want to make you aware of our repository where all the code lies that we are writing in this course, and also some extra notes, some docs around the previous courses or the previous lessons that we had before we started on the DApp. So yeah, this is basically the repository. Join Colony, learn-web3. This is where you can get all the latest updates. I also will upgrade or update the schedule so that it is, yeah, up to date at least to some extent. Cool. There's also a link to past episodes, which takes you to a YouTube playlist, which is this one. So you can see there are 7 videos already in here. Today is going to be the 8th session. So yeah, let's create some forms. Just to remind you, this is basically how the pages should look like. We have this missions colony address, which basically shows all the missions for a colony. It's just a list, can be a table. I don't really know. Yeah, it's probably just a list of stuff. We have a view of a single mission where you can apply to it. We have the create screen for a mission where admins can create a new mission for their colony. And we have the screen where people can apply to their mission for now. So this is what we are going to build today. We don't have any data, so we will just work with mock data for now. And I really hope we can integrate the database connection or start on integrating the database connection next week. Oh yeah, a little update on that. Right. I will update the schedule accordingly. There's a change to the schedule, so that means I will be streaming now only once every week. So and it's going to be Tuesdays or Thursdays. I don't really know yet, but let's try Tuesdays first. Tuesdays at this time, the time that we're streaming right now. I don't know what it is in your time zone, but this is the time that we're streaming. With that out of the way, let's start. So what I wanted to start with is try, while we are writing the markup for our pages, that it kind of looks good already. And for that, we can include a very simple CSS library called Pico CSS. It just provides us with some really basic styles, and it has a light and dark mode, and it always looks kind of neat. It's not great, but it always looks much better than just some blank pages. So let's get this in. just adding it with npm here. Save dev, I guess. I'm not really sure how this would work. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be mangled by whatever build system Next.js uses internally. Cool. And now let's see. We have some CSS in place already. Let's try to, I guess, just remove that. We have this homepage. Let's just remove everything. We don't need anything, any of that stuff. Globals, let's just remove those as well. Next, the Pico CSS basically brings all the CSS with it itself. Let's try to do it with an import. Let's just try to import it like this. Let's see if that actually worked. Oh yeah, okay. So we can see this is already the styling, the default styling of Pico CSS. It's kind of in dark mode right now because my my system is set so that it always defaults to dark mode. Cool. So that was easy to include. This is basically our only CSS that we need. The neat thing about Pico CSS is also that it comes with very few classes, so you don't have to add a whole bunch of classes to your code. So let's style the mission. Let's write the missions page. So again, it should look like this. Pages, missions, address. So this is missions for colony. So what we can do here is give the main class name container. Oops. And then it will be in a container already. Nice. So it's kind of, yeah, kind of centered a little bit. Or it has some padding to the left now. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we want to also give it some top padding. Let's see what we can do. Well, I guess we just give it some top padding. I created some pages earlier and they had top padding by default. But I don't see it in the styles, so apparently not there. In any case, let's just do it like this. It's an H1. And this will definitely give it some padding, and let's see how that looks. Didn't give it any padding. Sad. Well, it's fine. We just make a CSS module for this. And it's supposed to be called colony missions. Colony missions.module.css. And then we say, what just happened? Page margin top 2 rem, stop or something. What's it called? CLXC. I want to merge classes now. Let me see. Oh, CLSX it's called. Definitely want that. CLSX. CLSX. This is a tool that gives us the possibility to just merge some class. Actually, in this case, we don't really need it. Because we can just use this container and styles. This is not called mod home. This is called colony missions. Status page. We don't need that yet. Okay. There we have our page. It's a tiny bit prettier. Let's just leave it like this. So what do we need? We want to have a tiny list. So what I think I'm going to do for now is just make a list. And then it's going to be, what did we say there? Create a nice logo for our colony. Solve issue in SDK. So when we have that list, looks pretty already. So let's make these links. Let's look up how links work. Next link. There we go. Pop, pop, pop. Import. So now we just provide links to, like, fake links to fake pages. It's going to be interesting. We have to mock up some data or something. I don't know yet. Let's see. But let's just get the link component from next link. And then we can say here, this is going to be automated, right? Anyway, so link href. And that is, what did we say? Missions. Okay, let's do that. We want to interpolate that in backticks. Boop, boop, boop. Missions, then router query, or let's say actually address, and then we just call it logo. It's probably going to have an ID later on, but for now we just have this. And we close the link. Okay, now it's clickable. Click, view mission logo. Okay, so that worked. Pretty cool. Let me quickly look up something off screen. The container thing still bugs me somehow. Oh, okay. I see. The styles in Pico CSS are only applied, the padding styles that I gave it, or the margin, whatever you want to call it here, is only applied if main is a direct child of body. And in this case, next is kind of going in between, and we can't really do anything about it at this point. That's a bit annoying, but we get around it. We can just copy the style. Yeah, let's just copy the style. And we put it in our global CSS, and then we can say container. Actually, we can say next container, and then we just copy in the styles that it should have, and I'm copying this just from the Pico CSS styles. There we go. Let's close this. Okay. And now we can actually remove our page class again. Cool. So this is the Pico CSS style. That's much nicer. And that's just basically this centered, and then we provide some padding. Cool. So now we can proceed. Sorry, that really bugged me. I knew there should be some padding, but now we're there. Cool. Let's add a link here as well. Wait, where are we? Missions, address, and this is called 54. And close the link. Nice. For now, I think I want to um, not have these buttons because I think it makes sense to just go into the mission itself and then click that apply button. Also, I don't want to have the taken thing. What I want to have is that is just basically strike through when it's taken. For that, I guess we can make I mean, it's strike through, but you can still click it. Let's just try this as a style. Text decoration. I forgot that CSS. It's always a thing. CSS strike through. Text decoration. Line through. Oh my god. Yeah, there we go. I think that looks nice. So if there's an issue that is taken, then you will still see it, but you can still click it also, and that's fine. Cool. To be honest, I think we will need some data. I mean, we can do that later. It's fine. We don't need some data. We can just mock everything. It's just we just do these two things, and that's fine. Let's just continue. So we have these two. This is both are clickable, and if you go in here, you will see that it's actually taken. So, but I think this for this page, that's already good enough. So this is what we have. Later on, as you see, there's some things here that I wanted to put there. Like, for example, there could be a nav bar, or there could be your user logo, where you can also click logout and stuff like that. So we're going to do that later when we do the final polishing. But for now, I really want to get to the core of everything. Sadly, we do need this markup and to actually work the dApp. Cool. So let us continue. Next page. So this would be the mission ID. Let us go to that page. This would be here. Main class name equals container. See how that looks. Nice. Then we make that an h1. And then we can say here, for example, you could say we have a link here that goes to missions. missions address ID, and then apply. And then we just have apply here. Link. What's your beef? Oh, link is not defined. Yes, very much true. So there we go. We have the apply link, and below we can just have, let's say, an H2. What does it look like? Which has bounty 500 debt token. H2. Move that around. H2 is a bit big. Let's make it H3. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want to bore you with this stuff. We just need to have the functionality in place to later do this. So let's get some forum generator. Actually, why not do it differently? Why use blind text if you have an AI which can just generate proper text for you? Up. Okay, it doesn't work. We don't care. We don't care. We just get some stuff. This is the description. H3 description. P. Oh wow, there's a lot. Let's make a break, put in a break here. And close the P. Look at it. Wow, this is a very big bottom margin. Oh well. The link kind of looks misplaced here. I don't know where to put it, I don't care. Let's do it like this, maybe. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Because it doesn't really matter. And this is not what we're here for. Okay, cool. Nice one. So we have a description. What else do we need? Oh, a list of applicants. And this is going to be an unordered list with li Daniel, Craig, li Scarlett, Johansson, li Judge Dredd. Cool. I don't know if these are going to be clickable. I don't think it matters too much at this point. I don't really know where this would go anyways. It could go to the user profile on Colony. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. For now, this is fine. We have some stuff in here. We can also look at this. It's going to be the same. Doesn't really matter. Let's remove this. Cool. So, beautiful. So we have this page as well. Let's go to the next. And this is going to be more interesting. This is the create page. This is where our forms come in. And I just directly want to go with a form library for React because I don't want to deal with any of the form state handling, which is a pain. So for that, I just wanted to use React hook form. It might be a little bit of an overkill for our app here, but also doesn't really matter, and I don't really care. It's very straightforward, and you might end up using it anyways. So we will use it. First, we need to install it. npm install React hook form. And then we can use it. Import use form submit handler from React. I can't really see it here, but that's probably what it is. Okay, let's put in our main class again, the container. Then we wrap this in an h1. And let's see how it looks. Create a new mission for Colony. Cool. Well, let's get the form going. I kind of want an example where they have labels. So how would I put in a label? Huh. Don't really know. Let's just play it by ear. form on submit equals, first of all, I need to get all of this stuff out of the use form. Register, actually let's just use form. Register, handle submit, watch as well. I honestly don't really know what watch does. Oh, okay, we don't need that. Yeah, that's fine for now. Handle submit on submit. Where does on submit come from? Ah, yeah. So what we are going to do is just log the values, just like whatever they do here, because we do not. Where does inputs come from? Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. Why is it not an interface? Interface inputs. So we're just going to log the data, because then we can just easily hook into it when we have the database structure later on. What are our fields? Our fields are title, bounty, description. Easy enough. Title, string, bounty, string, description, string. There we go. On submit handler inputs equals data. Then we can say console.log data. That's what we want to do. Cool. Field values. Well, where's that? Just a TypeScript example. Oh, use form. I see. We have to give it field values here as well, and then it will be fine. Cool. On submit, and then we have our form, and then we say input. There's no default value. Register, and that is title. And then we close our form, and then we see what happened. Bloop. Okay. Yeah, you can see there's a beautiful form field, and that is already styled by Pico CSS, which is really nice, so we don't have to worry about that. I do want a label though, and I'm not sure how I would do that. Give me more code examples. I guess we're V7. Basic. Oh, okay. Oh, that's easy enough. Okay, we can just do it like this. Label HTML4 equals title, label. Well, that didn't work. Usually when you know that there is a label correctly applied, if you click the label, then it should focus the form, but not in this case. Well, that's not great. we call it differently. Sometimes there's naming conflicts. You never know what's kind of lurking in the DOM. Mission title. No. I guess whatever. You can also put this into the label. This is also a technique that usually should work. Why is it not working? Oops, sorry about that. The thing is, it has to have the ID. And I thought the register would do that. So look, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought the register thing would do that. It doesn't. I guess it's fine. We'll just do it ourselves. I mean, this is the proper way to do it. Not sure. Yeah, this is also how screen readers would use it, for example. So if you want to have it accessible, then you definitely want to connect the label properly. Because this does not seem to be properly connected. Cool. Now we do the next two. Label for bounty. We can also rename this again. I think. And here we call it bounty and bounty. What is... Okay. What does register do? We don't know. It definitely doesn't assign the ID. So let's see. So we have title, bounty. And this would be input type equals number. Because this is definitely going to be, I mean, yeah, why not? Let's make it a number. And then we have another one that is description. Description. Cool. This is just text. Actually, we want this to be a text area. It's fine. Is it big enough? I mean, we don't care at this point, I think. And then we want to have, like, let's take a look at the example. We want to have an input type equals submit. Now it's going to be interesting. Is this going to be styled? Oh yeah, look at that. It's a beautiful submit button. value equals create mission. Cool. Nice. So we have that. That looks beautiful. I mean, this kind of accidental mobile first design, I guess. This works beautifully on a phone. Doesn't look very pleasing to the eye on a desktop computer right now, but do we care? No, it's fine. So create mission. If component is changing control, shouldn't React form prevent that? Oh, I think it's because of the live reload. So don't worry about it. It's live reload. It's live reload, everyone. Cool. Bounty, description, title, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. What we can do here is, I will assume that that's probably reset. Nice, okay. Console log data and reset. So let's put in some values, create, and it gives us the data and resets the form. Cool. So this is all we need to do. This is our form, and let's quickly create another one for applying, and then we're done with that as well. Nice. Yes. I think I will just copy the whole component because the other one looks terrible anyways. So this would be ID apply. Too fast. Mission apply. Oh, let's take a look. How would that look like? Apply for mission title. It's a very simple form. Blop, blop, blop. Let us get the interface inputs out of here. Why? And then we also need to import that. Input ID Y, register Y. Remove all of these. Hold on. We actually want to have a text area here. Y, move these. Logo, apply. So it still says create new mission. And title, it should say why me. And then apply for mission. Boop. Let's get us ID here. Let's apply for mission ID. What we want to do later on is we obviously want to get the data from the server and then display the proper title instead of just the ID. Apply for mission logo on colony 0x. By me. So this has to be a different name. This has to be apply exclamation point. Let's see if that works. Because I am smart. Apply. Perfect. So that works as well. That's the whole page. Anything we haven't covered? Nice. Going into the hour, so that is cool. We have I think we have covered all of our pages. Let's see what else is there. I just quickly want to go through all the pages that we have. Let's go through the whole tree and see if we have maybe missed anything. So we have, we have an index file here, which is just this page basically. Yeah, okay, let's just make everything a little bit prettier. Let's just see what do we have in home module. Probably nothing. It's kind of weird that the styles are so far away. There's nothing in the home. Index. So let's remove this. Main class name container, good old container. Yeah, I mean, maybe now we're just making things a little bit prettier. So if you're not interested in that, feel free to end the video here. I will continue working on making things a tiny bit prettier. And if you want to turn off here, it's totally fine. I will see you next time. Otherwise, stick around for some CSS foolery. Cool. So we have a container here. That is nice. Let's make put in at h1 and say colony missions page. Colony missions. Put that in here as well. Exciting missions 2. Exciting missions 2. Take part on assorted colonies. Cool. Yeah, we have that. Let's continue. What do we have here? Missions for our colonies. Actually, yeah, let's copy the style for this one, actually. Let's just copy the whole thing. We just call it all colony missions. Oh, I just saw that this doesn't need to have the style page anymore, so this can just be container. And we don't have to have this. Nice to clean up a tiny bit. Missions for all missions within all colonies. And then we have just all the missions accumulated, basically. And we hard code we will hard code the address here. Let's actually preview the page. Missions within all colonies. Cool. And here we could say the address of the colony or the name could just be in here as well. Doesn't really matter. I don't know if I have access to that in this context. Cool. So we have this page. Let's see what else. This was the page that we just went to. Address create looks proper. This index looks proper. Index, yeah, this looks proper as well. This is like the mission itself, and then we have apply, which is also done. Okay. Now let's see what we can do. Can we actually have some form of navbar that kind of hangs on top of all of the pages? Let's see what Pico CSS provides for us. We have elements, forms table components, navs. Oh, look at that. Wow. That's cool. Yeah, why not do this? And put that on top of all of the pages. How does that work? You ask. I don't know. But I think it has to do with the document. With this document, maybe? This is the app. And this is the, I think that this is what we are supposed to use for the general layout of the page. Pages. Config TS, index TSX, login TSX. I think the login page also looks pretty shitty still. Oh no, it's got the same treatment. I mean, it is shitty. Okay, let's quickly. Yeah, why is this a page? I think this should rather be something like a component. Actually, I'm not sure where to put components at this point. Because all of what you create here is automatically has a root, and we definitely don't want that. So is it like another folder? Do I put it, do I put it here? Do I put like here login thing? I mean, Next.js, where to put components. Pages components. So blah 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 blah. Yeah, this is actually what I thought. Placing components in there is not a good thing to do. So let's move it out. I mean, it is a page, practically. Components. Yeah, let's make the component. Actually, let's just copy everything. And then we go to components and make a new file called login tsx, paste everything. Save it. Oh yeah, interesting. We don't need, it's kind of magic, next magic. Don't need to have React in the scope here. So exactly, but this is more like a component than anything else. This is like not a page. And don't need any of this. But we do need import login from components login. Has no, what do you mean? Oh. Yeah, let's do it like this, I guess. Then login page equals this. And then we have main container equals, main class name equals container. And then we just put in the login component and then we call it a day because I don't want to bother. But the code is nicer. Actually, let's do it like this. Export default login page. There we go. I have to get used to not putting in semicolons. There we go. There's our big connect button. Okay, we can put in H1 and say login here. Connected to blah 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 login, and then we sign in. So I think what I want to do is put a logout button there. I also don't everything is kind of intertwined here, right? So when we are logged in, we shouldn't be rendering the login button. Right. Kind of weird. Okay, this is tiny stuff. Actually, I mean, now that we're at it, I told everyone to go if they want to go, so now we can do whatever we please. Okay, so first of all, yeah, these should be individual buttons. So function connect. Yeah, let's copy everything and make a connect component. We don't need the message, we don't need the nonce. Login is not a thing. Yeah, if is connected, we show the disconnect button. We just render the disconnect button. And otherwise, we render the connect button. We don't need that. We don't need the address. Cool. There we go. And this is connect. Export default connect. And now we can remove connect from MetaMask. Yeah, I also want this to be different, but let's do that later. So because I want to end the login page, it cannot be used as a React component. Why? I think it's lying to me. Oh yeah, this is actually what I wanted to change. Is connected. Let's do it like this. If is connected, return null. Login TSX. Yeah, it doesn't show anything anymore. Now what we want to do, like if blah, blah, blah. Actually, let's just keep this a login button. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to think about the. It's a bit weird. I don't want to think about the UI here. It's kind of pointless. What we can do is do the following. We can return a button which is disabled, and which says can't log in, connect MetaMask first. And we also won't. Do I need to escape this? No. Very annoying. Okay, so we have this button that doesn't work. Cool, yeah. The workflow is you connect to MetaMask, then you can log in. It is how it is. So we have login. We need the connect component. Apparently we're not connected. Oh, now we're connected. Now we can also log in. Wow, that's beautiful. Disconnect. Connect, disconnect. And I think that we are logged in. And that we can check in here. Now we have to get the session. I think this page has this for us. If we, those are probes, we do the with iron session. This is our, and the iron options. Where does this lie? Wow, it's right here. I think it should probably be one up. Yeah, okay, let's move this to config. Now a lot of stuff will break, but it is now in the proper spot. A lot of pages will not work anymore now. Create. Let's add some stuff here. Next, no. ID apply. To go deeper. Wait a second. What if we just do, where's styles? It's here. So if I do, let's go deep into apply, and if I do just add, this is the shortcut I was talking about at some point. And it does seem to work. At least it's not complaining. Looks kind of cool now. That's neat. And we can go to the login page and we can say add config, and it still seems to work. Nice. Cool. And we do not want to do that. In this page, we can do props, and then we can say logged in. Yeah. Request session user. So this is just kind of casting it into a Boolean here with the 2 exclamation points. So we just basically say we get the prop logged in for our component here. And then we can see whether a user is logged in, and then we can render different pages for them. Boolean. And if we can, for example, we could say here logged in question mark. We replace this with a logout, otherwise we log in, replace the null with a logout soon. There we go. If we're logged in, we basically say null, and otherwise we display login. So now we need a logout button. Easy. Let's go to components, pick login, logout. It's going to be much simpler. Because we don't need any of this, because we don't have to deal with MetaMask at all here. Log out, and what it's doing, it's just doing a fetch on API logout with a get and nothing else. Dude, let's just not do any check for now. Oh, wow, I think I removed the button that I needed. There, I removed the button. We don't need that, we don't need that. And this is called logout. And this is called logout. And we don't need to wait for a response here. We just do that and see how, this is actually interesting. Let's see how Next handles that, how like quickly that will work. Const logout equals export default logout. And now we can, on the page, we can say import logout from components logout, no semicolon, and then we provide the component here. So there's logout. Ah, whoa, failed to compile. What? Can't resolve. So somewhere we are still using the config. Probably, oh yeah, I know where, in the API. Yeah, most of the API routes are actually protected. I think all of them are actually protected and only work when the user is logged in. And here we can say add colony. Oh, that's quite nice. Excuse me. Not. Okay. Let's try again. Well, nothing happens. Okay, it's not immediate. So that means there's like this client server connection. And I think that makes sense because there is no secret like web socket connection between the client and server going on, which was the case in Meteor, which was kind of magic with all these state changes that you never really knew what happened. So here it's just very clear. We logged out. We get the response, but we're not reflecting it in the render in the UI because we didn't tell the server to re-render. But what we can just do is like reload the page. But then we were disconnected. Again, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, it's fine. So we connected. Yeah. We will find a better way for this, but it's this is as far as we're taking this here. Where were we? Navbar. Wow. Bop. Navbar can be a component, should be a component. Let's go to a page. Let's go to the index. Aha, I see. There's a problem again. Yeah, with the iron options. Okay. Yeah, let's make it a component. Nav tsx const nav equals, and there we go to Pico and we just oh, this is how we would make a button out of all links. Well, that's beautiful. I like Pico CSS because it's also very accessible. Kind of nice. Wait a second. We will have some stuff in here going on. Return that. Let's close this down here. Cool. And let's include that, I would say, just in our main file. Export default now. And we have pages, we have document, and then we import nav from components nav. And then we say head body, there's I nav. There we go. There it is. What else can we do here? I would love for it to be like this, I guess. Is how it's, yes. I feel like this is not really centered. Here we just say colony. Colony logo. No, it's not centered. It's just in equal distance. But do we care? No. We are not designing anything here. Cool. Wop, wop, wop. So we don't use this button, but we can say li, and there we are going to use a link. href login, call it login and close link. How would that look? Terrible. Styles.nav. And what I'm doing here now is I just want to provide some padding left and right, and apparently there's no good style for this. So we are getting a style for we're making a style for the navbar. Padding 0 and I don't know, 10 pixels is probably enough. Import styles from style, styles, nav dot module dot css. Huh. Oh, wait a second. No, where's my padding? Didn't give it any padding. I don't know what to think of this. This is how CSS modules work, but for some reason it's not using the styles, not copying in the styles. I guess we'll deal that with another time. More importantly, I think I would like to change the right side. I don't know why this is not working. Styles, nav, module CSS. There's a padding. Not sure where this is. Not sure why this is not working. So here we pass in the address. And for now, I think it would be nice to have blockies, but I don't think I want to do that now because it's kind of it's a bit more interesting. I told everyone to go, so we will do that another time. What I will do now is just put in the address. Instead of a blocky, which is like a user avatar generated from the address. So here we put in address question mark, and then we put in the address. Otherwise, we put in this. Li, obviously, because this is what our CSS library demands. Cool. And now we can pass down the address to the props, to the nav in our index page. Oh, sorry, no, in our document page. So now it gets interesting because now in the document page, we also need access to our iron session. So let's do that. I don't see really a problem there. Even, I mean, maybe this page is a little bit special, but to be honest, I think it should work like any other page. Return props. Yeah, let's do that. And here we can take this. Sorry, go to document. What I usually do in these cases, because we are repeating types all over, we can create a file called types ts. And then we save this, go to document, and we paste in this and store this as the user interface. And we need to export it. And then we can say here, I kind of like this shortcut stuff. Import type user from types. And then we can just replace this with user. And here we say user, say props to type this. And then we can just give the nav the address, which is user.address. Now I feel like this shouldn't be there. Maybe I made a mistake. Console.log address. In the nav. Well, I don't know. Let's go into the document and see what is here. I see users undefined. Okay, does that mean in our document we cannot have get server-side props? I guess. I'm just going to guess that. Which is not great. Okay. Let's move this to the nav for now. Not super happy about this. Interface props user. User. I like this repetition of this stuff so much. Where are we? Could it be that we're not logged in? No. We are definitely logged in. Okay, it's always undefined. I cannot. Oh, okay, I see why. Okay, because this is on a page is a component. That's why it doesn't work. This only works on pages. But then this bears the question, where do we put it? I guess I will have to owe that to you and do that next time. I kind of want to put it here, but that definitely didn't work. So I'm not sure. Not sure where this would go. I actually want to do it like this, and the rest we just figure out. Oops, address later. There must be a way to do something on the main page. Don't know how yet. I mean, to have some layout in there, right? To have something in the layout that is always there, like a navbar. It is always there, so it should be able to get some server-side properties. Otherwise, I just don't know how to do it because everything else is a single page, so I have to include the navbar on every page and get the stuff. That doesn't feel right. I want to have a get server-side props in the document. Let's Google it. Get server-side props document. Document currently does not support data fetching methods like get server-side props. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know how to do it. App does also not support this. If you need global data fetching. How did people do that before? How did people do that before the app directory was a thing? Okay, I'll find that out. Maybe there's a way around this. But I think this should conclude our session for today. It's been long. I need to sleep. I think we came a long way. This link's there. Oh, let's do one more thing. Let's do one more tiny thing, and that is a link in the navbar to our homepage. That's always nice to have, right? Link href equals that. And then we can go home from anywhere. These links look weird. Cool. Okay, that's it for today. We have all the pages. Next time we will look at integrating the database. That's going to be fun. Let's see. We are going to use Prisma, which is kind of an ORM for React and Next, and it's probably, hopefully, easy enough. let's see. Thanks for watching today, and I will see you next week. It's next week. Thank you. Bye bye.